So my name's the Reverend Martin Poole. I'm the vicar of St Luke's, Prestonville, near Seven Dials in Brighton on the Old Shoreham Road. So St Luke's, Prestonville, I describe as being a progressive evangelical liberal church. So we're very inclusive in our approach. We welcome anybody and everybody to our services and to our activities. We're particularly open to those from the LGBTQ environment, and also to black and ethnic people as well. We're very community focused, so we're not just the church that does stuff on Sundays. We're very busy during the week providing community activities, including a youth club, in the normal times anyway, youth club, parent toddler group, and then various recovery groups for people who have alcohol or drug addiction problems. We're also home to a number of community choirs and community lunches on 2 days a week, which we do in conjunction with the Real Junk Food Project, and also things like coffee mornings for the elderly and isolated. So we're a busy place. I think being a Christian in Brighton is a very mixed environment, because people's perceptions of what a Christian is are so different, and actually the variety of churches in Brighton and Hove also kind of perpetuates that idea. So there are churches that are incredibly traditional and ritualistic and have all the bells and smells, and there are also churches that are very community focused, like we are here. And there are also churches that are very, what people might think of as being happy-clappy, where people are much more informal in the way they worship God, and there's much more modern music being used. So if people have an understanding of church, all of those different flavours could feed into that, depending on perhaps what your local church is like. I hope that people generally feel that Christians contribute to the community here in Brighton and Hove through all the social activities that we do, and through the cultural life of the city as well. So the pandemic has brought all sorts of challenges for churches and for us, and I'm going to call Danny in, who's the chef for the Real Junk Food Project, as part of this, because it's been an important part of what we've been doing during lockdown. Of course, we've not been able to meet for Sunday services, so we've been posting services online on Facebook and YouTube, and from the beginning of August we will be able to come back in a limited way, so we've been prioritising elderly and those who have not been getting online access, but we also post online at the same time, so we're doing both things at the moment, because we're restricted to 30 people on a Sunday. All of our midweek activities stopped, but with the help of the Real Junk Food Project and Danny and all his wonderful volunteers, we were able to continue to offer takeaway meals for all those in need. Danny, just tell us a bit about what you've been doing.
Okay, so this was a thriving community cafe prior to lockdown. So we were serving probably about 40 people on a Tuesday and on a Wednesday. All sorts of people with all sorts of needs. Some people just like coming to the cafe, so regular people, but there were other people, homeless, carers, all sorts. And we use rescued and surplus food, and it's on a pay-as-you-feel basis. And since lockdown has kind of ended, we're still doing a takeaway service, but fingers crossed we're going to try and open up the cafe, because probably the emergency over, but maybe this is the new reality. We have to reimagine the cafe and try and go back to its core value, which was, recycling all this rescued and surplus food, but also a cafe of connection and community rooted in Martin's core values and mine.
I think we see people's need to socialise even when we're just doing the takeaway, because people want to stand outside and continue to chat, and that's an important connection for them. Alongside that service, we've been doing things like helping people get their pensions sorted out and their pension credits, because they've had benefits stopped for one reason or another. So there's all sorts of advice work that goes on alongside this. The elderly people, the lack of a weekly routine, so coming to the coffee morning on Wednesdays, having lunch on Tuesday, coming to church on Sunday, means they've lost all sense of time. So they don't know what day of the week it is. And so actually just coming back to some sort of routine is really important for them. So here at St Luke's we have a website which is stluke'sonline.co.uk. We're also on Facebook, which is St Luke's Prestonville, and on YouTube, which is Beyond Church YouTube channel. And so all those channels have ways of contacting us, or you can phone 01273 55772. And then the Real Junk Food Project.
Yeah, it's largely through their Facebook. So if you go on their Facebook, you find the information, and they've got a website. The Junk Food has got its own website, and if it's got all the information there. And if you want to volunteer, there's a link for and you get an email every week detailing my telephone number, for example, and other people's. So we're all having to reimagine, but it's all on the website and the Facebook.